the winners. We'll get back to them in few minutes. So in the meantime, we have invited a celebrity speaker for in our show, and I would like to invite her first, and then after that I will ask the judges to announce the winners. So let me call our celebrity talker, celebrity person who we have called, Tripti Singh Ji. She is a TEDx speaker and heritage evangelist, event curator. She's the founder of Gadchor, Ghumar, and Twirl with Grace. I will call Tripti Singh Ji to please come on the stage and share her experience and her talk about women empowerment. I request everyone who is not speaking to please mute.
If you, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if you want, you have the power to mute people. So if you're not able to, if you're able to see it, you could mute them.
Patenji, can you mute everyone, please? I am not sure how to do that right now. If you can.
I did it, Himani.
So Tripti Singh Ji, if you can, please take over the stage, and we would like to invite you, and thank you for joining us here today.
Hi, good evening and good morning in India. So wishing you a very happy Women's Day, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to connect with you all. First, just a correction. I think I have logged in from my son's account, so you can see his name. So just bear with me with that. Thank you again. And I was just seeing there were a lot of profiles which were being shared. I think it's for some competition. I think I have missed that. And wonderful ladies they are. I am Tripti Singh. I'm in Gurgaon, and I've been working on a lot of social forums, and one of them is Ghumar, as Himani said. Thank you so much, Himani, for that lovely introduction. So Ghumar Twirl with Grace is what we started in 2016. It is a bespoke event now, and which we did with the idea of relive and reviving our cultural dance form of Rajasthan. Besides that, one of the important things which I do is Gadchor, Rajputana culture and customs and weddings, which is again for Rajput families across the globe, not just in India, which is a very interesting thing, and which again I started when I was in the US in 2012. So for me, this talk is more about connecting the dots and where it has started. So I'll give a little brief about myself. I'm basically from Bikaner, a small city in Rajasthan, but now based in NCR from almost 16 years. And through these forums, both Ghumar and Gadchor, I got the opportunity to connect with thousands of family across the globe, and I'm so grateful for the same. And it has been a wonderful journey. Thank you so much for again giving an opportunity.
Kamangani Jija, thank you for accepting our request, for joining us today on this great day of Great Women's Day. So before I start, I would like to tell everyone that I have known Jija for like past 8 years. I have been connected to her Gadchor page, and I've seen her work. I have seen how she is breaking the taboos of our culture, and along with that, preserving our roots, which it is something which she is doing right now. So Jija, I just want to ask you, what has been your inspiration behind this Gadchor, which you have started?
Thank you so much, Pratiksha. Well, Gadchor I started in 2012, and I was in Columbus that time. And when I was there were a lot of family members back in India. They used to ask if I know anyone in US who's looking for any profile. So we didn't start the Gurjot with the idea of sharing profiles. Earlier, the intention was to share our cultural roots or folk tales or something to do with our rituals. So we thought with the idea that we'll start that. But when we opened I mean, surprisingly, we started getting profiles. And it was very interesting because people could connect with the idea that it is both like India and America connected, and people started inviting their friends to be part of it. So yes, I think that gave us boost, but I never thought in my wildest dream that it will go. I mean, we have completed 8 years almost, and it's 9th year running, and we never thought it will get so much of love and appreciation, and above that, so much of trust from the community, because Gurjot is a platform where one, as you said, we break a lot of taboos. One, we don't deal in any profiles which have any kind of demand or dowry. Second, we do encourage women to speak up on if they are going through any kind of domestic violence or any kind of distress in their family. Also, it's also a platform where they can connect one-on-one, and where we are just the listener, and they can share their stories if they're going, because end of the day, all we need is a good listener who can help us vent out what we feel, because these days that's what is missing within our community, because end of the day, we all become little judgmental about people who want to share their thoughts. Also, when we talk about Kachor, we do encourage profiles where whether it is remarriage or whether it is remarriage in both, like divorced or widow. So we do take profiles, but the fact is, and the sad story from our community is, people are still very apprehensive when we talk about remarriages, because they are still not open of taking any profiles of girls who are ready to restart their life and settle down again. So yes, we are grateful to all the, I would say, co-founders or community members who were part of our journey, and it has been very fruitful.
So did you face any struggle while you were starting this whole thing, the Gurjot, in the initial phase? There would be people who would be saying that you are doing wrong or you are not doing right by, you know, talking about the things which are not supposed to be talked earlier.
Of course, yes, because earlier, obviously, platform और भी बहुत सारे हैं जहाँ पे people talk about marriages. There are a lot of websites which have been going on. But when we talk about Rajput community, it's not just focused in Rajasthan, but overall, if we talk about Rajput community, we are still not open to share profiles on social media forums, right? So one thing we were very sure that if and when we'll share a profile, we'll not go into personal details of the profile. So initially, when we started sharing profiles, family members, in fact, my own family members were like, "Why do you want to start it? Why do you want to do it? You don't earn anything. Why are you wasting your time on this?" So I was like, it's not about money. I mean, end of the day, you want to do something which gives you happiness, and the idea that you're connecting with so many people. So yes, there were people who were not happy with the idea. There were people who were asking, "You're not getting anything out of it. Why do you want to start it?" But I was very clear that I want to do something where I can connect and network. And I'm so grateful because with this forum, there were a lot of families who became friends and then relatives. And I am grateful for that.
Tell me the story behind Ghumar. because that is an event which you organize, I guess, yearly on a yearly annual basis, and there's an immense response of it. So what is the story behind Ghumar? Why Ghumar?
Pratiksha, I'm sure you can connect with the thought that like you guys live in America and you guys miss the whole idea of getting together, dressing up and dancing with your friends and family members. So for me, it's the same because I've been living in Gurgaon away from Rajasthan for almost 16 years. So we do miss weddings, we do miss functions in our family. So when we live here, it's like meeting very rarely within our community because we do have a lot of Rajput ladies in NCR. So I just posted on my Facebook wall that why don't we just connect and do a get together for Rajput ladies. And of course, the circle which I have here, they immediately said, yes, let's go ahead. So 2016, when I posted this, I mean, 2000, I think 12 I posted, 13 I posted, 14 I posted, but it never finalized or we really didn't bring it to life thing. But yes, we used to talk and it used to fizzle out. But when I posted in 2016, I remember in June, I believe, and immediately I got a couple of response. And when we sat with my organizer then, we were discussing, so we were like, let's do a event, 15, 20 ladies or 50 ladies, that said, we'll do it. Because obviously when you do a grand event, you need a lot of backing also in terms of sponsors and all. So when we did it, while we were discussing, I was like, why just restrict it to Rajput community? Because this is something other community ladies always feel to be part of it. So when we did, we announced the event and we were with the idea that we will invite other ladies, though we did fix a number that will not cross 150 because it becomes very tiresome. And keeping in mind, it was one of our huge event and we didn't know how ladies will take it and the response and stuff. But nevertheless, we announced the event and within, I think, 15 days, we were sold out. And we then planned to call folk singers from Barmer. And it is tough to even put it in words, the kind of response we got, because when ladies enter the hotel room and they were like, lag nahi raha hai ki hum Gurgaon mein hain. That was their reaction, because every lady was beautifully dressed up in Rajput attire, head to toe, even the non-Rajput ladies, because we had a strict dress code for all of them. And they were like folk singers and ladies and dancing and music, and they were so happy. And when we launched our first video of the event, post-event, it came like in a circle. People from Australia are sending me a video. Though they are not known to me, they sent that, did you attend this event? It happened in your Gurgaon. And it was like a huge forward circle video which kept on going. And I was like, yeah, it was our event and we are very happy and blessed that it happened in Gurgaon. And post that event, entire social media was flooded with different events based on Ghumar, which gave a beautiful feeling that yes, people had received it in a very, very positive manner, and lots of ladies are coming out and they're doing event on their little town or city, and we were happy with the response.
Great. You should tell us more about that initiative which you undertake, helping the people who cannot afford to marry their child. So this is something which you did, and if I can recall correctly, you helped a family arranging everything for their daughter for her marriage. So tell us more about that.
So this happened in 2009, and I was very new on Facebook. And to be very honest, before that, I never had the idea of the power of how social media work. So there was a day when I was just talking to my mother, and she was a little upset. And I was like, what happened? Why are you upset? Because she was just sharing a story of a lady who lives in a village, and she's a widow, and she has got 4 daughters. And she used to work in Manrega. And I'm not sure if you guys know Manrega, you hardly earn, that time you hardly used to earn around 1,500 a month. And feeding 4 daughters, and obviously they have their own needs, and arranging wedding is, of course, it's a huge thing. So she was like, can we do something? And my mother had no idea how social social media work and how to go about it. So I said, let me think through it. And then I had word with my husband. He said, why don't you use your social media network? Who knows, it might work. So when I shared it with my mother, that how about I share it on my page through Garjur, the story of Kirna, and let's see what feedback we get. So we did fundraising for her, and little I did know, I mean, there were people connecting from all over the world, even from US. We got a lot of contribution because we didn't expect this kind of a response. And thinking about Kirna, before even she shared her story to my mother that her daughter's weddings are coming, and she went through all the village families, if she can get some contribution. And obviously, end of the day, it is more, I won't say Rajput ego, but Rajput pride, that how can she go to house to house and ask for little help. So she did went to Rajput families that if you can give me some money, I'll give you back. But knowing that she's not in a position to return back the money because she doesn't have that kind of sources. We started with both. I mean, we do need money, but with we do need household stuff which these girls can use for their personal use in a daily basis. It was not a dowry. It was more about what all basic amenities she needs when she start her day-to-day life. So we started collecting. My mother's entire godown was full with grains, with atta, I mean, daily jo khane mein chahiyega wo. And then we were getting poshaks. There were few who were very kind enough. They sent little bit jewelry. We got a lot of money. So we did little FD for both the girls and FD for the lady also, so that she can use it later. So when my mother, because for me, the more important thing was it should not go in anybody else's hand. It should be like directly given to the girls and to the lady. So my mother took the responsibility, and she called Kirna 2 days prior to the wedding, and she handed over jewelry and poshaks or whatever dress materials she got for the girls. Rest was loaded in the truck, and she didn't give her the cash. She said, I'll come down for the wedding. She went there, and you won't believe the kind of reaction the entire villagers gave. The Sarpanch of the village came. He bowed down in front of my mother, saying that none of us ever thought कि किन्ना की बेटियों की शादी ऐसे हो पाएगी. Because obviously when you don't have money and nobody stood by her, how will you think कि कैसे होगी शादी? But entire village was present there, and with the help of community and beyond, we were able to pull up 2 weddings then. And then we did 2 more girls' wedding, I think 3 years back. And it was very satisfying. I mean, end of the day, when you see a happy lady and reaction of those girls thinking and jumping out of joy that these clothes are for me and these jewelries are for me. So we never had the idea that we are going to collect dowry. No, it was not dowry. It was the basic necessity household items which they can use.
It was a great initiative. I have seen the response which you have received after posting the video also. So because it is Women's Day, I would like to ask you, what are your thoughts about women empowerment?
Don't you think every day is Women's Day for us? We are working 24/7. We are doing what is best for ourselves and our family, and we are always there. So if we talk about women empowerment, I just say, just be yourself. The rest will fall in place. Just don't believe in adjusting everything and then adjusting yourself in that little passage of your life. End of it, it is your journey, and when you hit the bed, you should feel happy and content that you did something for yourself and which was meaningful. When you realize that, your work is done, everything else will fall in place once you do what you believe in.
Thank you, Rija, and it's so great great of you, or I should say, really thank you for joining us on this odd time as per the India. But I would like to ask anyone if anyone has any question for Jija, they can ask. Is there were people in our group who were very excited to see the flyer and say, "Oh, Tripti Jija is coming." I guess someone even mentioned that you are their niece. So we have such people. Harsh Rathore was the name, if I can recall correctly.
Yes, she is my bua. She's I think she shifted last year to US, and she was very happy.
Yes, yes. Is there anyone, Himani?
Yeah, I think it was I think what you just said was right, the power of community and the difference, like bringing people together and in the right path, giving them the right forum and the impact that can make, right? And even like bolte hai na, boond boond se sagar badta hai, to a little bit of help by everyone can actually change someone's life in a bigger way. And I think we should all have that giving a little bit, like a little bit of our day, a little bit of my salary, a little bit of something. My mom always tells me 5% of your salary should be donated. Like that should be there. So things like that. And I think it was really good hearing you. So if you want to connect with you, right? I don't know, you have a Facebook page where we can join you guys? Okay, and see what you are doing, and yeah.
I do have a Facebook page with the name of Garchur. If anyone wants to connect, they can. And obviously, there's a Humor page that's also there, which we normally it's active during the events. But Garchur is something. If any of you are looking for any profiles for your kids, you can connect, and probably we can take it from there. There are no charges for that, and it is more about connecting the right families to the right people. And we always believe it is not about two people getting married, it is about two families coming together. So yeah, with the thought, we are still going strong. Yeah.
I'm sure my kids are really small, but I'm sure there are a lot of moms who are looking and who want the right person for their kid. So I'm sure they will reach out to you. And thank you for sharing the experience and about your about Garchur and Humor. Thank you.
Himani, can we give her also place in the Facebook group you are creating for us? Because I really love that, like how she's helping poor Rajput girls to get married. Because as she said, the pride comes in for a Rajput woman to ask for money to somebody to get her daughter married is huge. Like I think it's really difficult for them. So we can definitely help more and more girls like that, and I think a lot of women would want to do that. So if we can do that through our Facebook page also.
I'll definitely share. Also, just wanted to add a bit. Whenever there's a fundraiser which comes on social media, the apprehension we all have. I mean, end of the day, we all are human. The apprehension we have is, will the money go in the right hand or not? Whatever we are contributing, will it be useful or not? So whenever we do, besides these 4 weddings, we did little more for a few more girls, and a gentleman also for his treatment, and one for the education. We were very sure that it goes to the right person in the right hand, because we are answerable if we pick up any fundraiser, and we don't want anyone to say that it didn't go in the right hand, because then the credibility of the group goes down. So which is very important for us. And as you said, yes, pride is something we all look up to always.
Yes.
So much.
Thank you, Tripti ji. I have a question. Thank you, Tripti ji, and thank you, Pratiksha, too, to bring her. So if we want to do something from our Rana Shakti, it's like a little kid. I mean, we are starting this organization, but in our mind always we are thinking about something charity, something help to women. So I think in future, if you want to do something, we want to connect with you. So our Facebook page.
As we just talked about, we will connect with Tripti ji, right, on via social media. And
Yes.
we will be, hopefully we can add her to our Facebook page.
Yeah,
and
we can.
have those events on our page so people can be aware of it.
Thank
I
you.
think we are running late on time, so I would like to move on. Tripti ji, I really thank you for coming here and talking amongst us and sharing your experience, and hopefully we'll stay in touch. Thank you.
Thank you so much again for giving me the opportunity, and I really appreciate each one of you listening and giving your time. Thank you so much, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tripti ji. Your journey is very inspiring, and मैं आपसे अलग से विस्तार में बातें करूंगी. मैं भी छोटा थोड़ा बहुत कर लेती हूँ अमेरिका यहाँ से इंडिया में, but I don't want to take other people time, and I will connect with.
Thank you so much. Looking forward.
Dono chapters.
Okay.
Thank you, Pratiksha. So Tripti ji को लाने के लिए really we have great time and lot of inspired thing we got it from her, and हम लोग भी इनकी जर्नी में साथ रहेंगे.
Of course, Ramba ji.
Thank you.
We will put them on spotlight. People who were. Are you guys? Can you guys hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Go ahead. So you can announce the winners, please. And let's just give them a hand of applause, and whoever are the winners, and maybe we can put them on spotlight and see them in person here.
Yeah. Geeta ji is there. We
Yes,
didn't
I
get
am.
Geeta ji's vote yet.
Oh, okay. How do I give vote?
Okay. Geeta ji, can you text Prabha ji?
I don't have her number though.
Yeah, you text me and I will forward. Saruji.
Okay, so
Okay.
we are still deciding.
Okay, let me text her.
In the meantime, let's move on. I know Neela Devi Gohilji wanted to recite a poem by Kalapi. I would request Neela Devi Gohilji to take over the stage, and maybe in the meantime, while they're still finalizing the winners, we can listen to her poem.
Oh, actually, thank you, Himani ji. Actually, it's not Kalapi. I changed my poem to another one for a Women's Day. You know, Kalapi I mainly wanted to introduce first because he's a Gohil prince, and I don't think everybody in our Rana knows that there was a prince in a Gohil Rajput family near Bhavnagar who was a poet, and he lived a very short life, but in that his 26 years lifetime, his letters to his lover Shobhana, he wrote a lot of letters, and eventually they were all part of our curriculum as and he was decorated as a poet later after his death. But today I'm mainly going to talk about one poem I wanted to recite, which was very dear to me when I was studying. It was one of the poet, a Gujarati novelist, Jhaverchand Meghani. So poet, and he wrote about, everybody knows that Gujarat has a Gir forest and there are definitely lions. And he wrote about a poet about a 14-year-old Kanya who drives away the lion. So let me just recite it. In Gujarat forest area, there are a shepherd community, and one of their community's daughter, the community is called Charan, and this is about that Charan Kanya. So Meghani writes that 14 varasni Charan Kanya, means 14 years old. Chundaryani Charan Kanya, she wore a chundari or a odani. Shweta Suwari Charan Kanya, very tejasvi Charan Kanya. Bali Bhori Charan Kanya, Lal Hingori Charan Kanya, Jhad Chadanti Charan Kanya, Pahad Gumti Charan Kanya. She was very agile, climbing the trees. Jobanvanti Charan Kanya, Ag Jaranti Charan Kanya, Nes Nivasi Charan Kanya, Jagdambashi Charan Kanya, डांग उठावे चारण कन्या, वो डांग उठा के सावज को यानी लायन को भगाती है. So that is, it's a long poem. It's a very nice Shurvirta and Shaurya and everything is in that poem, and it was very dear to me. So I wanted to just introduce to our crowd. So thank you so much. And I live in Phoenix. We are in Arizona and US for almost 30 years. We have 2 sons, both are grown up, 27 and 24 years old. I'm working as a software developer. I studied in India, not in the IT field, but यहाँ के फिर मैंने शुरू करा, and I've been in the field for 15 years. I'm trying to handle both the work and life and home balance. Fortunately, my in-laws were here. They were very supportive. We just lost our mom recently, mother-in-law. So, but I've been fortunate to have parents who are very supportive and in-laws very supportive, and definitely my husband. So that's about it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It was nice. So where do you work?
I work for in downtown Phoenix, company called CVO. It's called Commercial Vehicle Optimization. Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that narration. Okay, so in the meantime, I have a video of showing some of the